Hey, so I'm doing a video about parenting 2017, stuff that has personally happened to me. But if you live in NYC, you have to get around, you know what has to happen. You have to break down your stroller to get in the bus, depending what kind of bus it is or what the bus driver will tell you. You have to break it down, which I hate breaking it down. It was when I had the big stroller, it was like, whoa. Then, when you go on the train, you have to also take the train elevators. The train elevators are the worst. They have an elevator sometimes, but it's not on right now, but has a timer on it. So you hear it go beep. It takes about a minute to close. I'm not even gonna lie to you. 60 seconds to close the elevator door. It doesn't usually when you go in the elevator door, if you just kind of pass it, it'll open up. These elevator doors don't do that when it has a timer on it. The timer can be beeping, and if you pass it, it's still gonna close. You have to literally try to put your body weight towards the door so it doesn't close on you. I've seen it done. It's really dangerous actually. Second, strollers. It happened to me 3 times with 3 different strollers that I have, right? So, with my first stroller, the wheels, I think actually 2 of the strollers that I had 3, but I think only happened to 2. Because the first one had the double wheel, so I don't think it went down in there, but it's happened to me and I had a jogger. I have a jogger, and I was on a shuttle going from the Grand Central going to Times Square. And the thing, because the gap is so big, I don't know why. It's like it's huge. Yeah. And the front wheel fell right into the hole from the platform in the train. I'm like, are you kidding me? And the other day, this one was scared because the jogger is big, so okay. Thank God my daughter was strapped in, so she didn't really fall out, whatever. But I didn't even care about the show. I was just holding her. I was like, looking crazy. And somebody helped me. And then this man was like, he told the people who worked there, what happened. Then the other day, I was on Franklin Ave, and the stroller. This is a small one. This is the umbrella strollers. It went right down in another hole. I'm like, I don't understand. Could you guys fix the gap? And the sad thing is not even a big gap. But if stroller could fall in there, it could get hurt. I saw a child's foot the other day fall in the gap. I was like, this child couldn't be more than 8. His father had to help him out. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is dangerous. So second thing, what I hate about, not hate about, but when you're a parent in New York City, probably if you live in Chicago too, because they have trains over there, but I don't know how. I only been to one station for the train in Chicago. But yeah, so the elevators and the timer is it's dumb. So it happened a couple of times to me. Well, almost all the time it happens to me. The elevator door is closing, right? As soon as the last passenger leaves the elevator, it starts to close. I'm like, you can't wait till people get in. And once you get in, because you stopped it from the last, example, I'm leaving the elevator, it automatically starts closing right after my foot leaves the, I guess the sensors they have around it. So a person has to kind of run to stop the elevator for the close. And once you get in there, it takes about 60 seconds for that bad boy to close. I'm like, if you're just closing, all you gotta do is close again. You pressing the close door button, that bad boy does not want to work for you. I'm like, I'm confused. Another problem, which I hate, and it usually happens for some reason more with white people than black people, or more Hispanic people. Probably mostly white people. It happened to me with, they seem to be more friendlier, I guess you can say. But I just later this morning, it happened to me. It happens to me all the time, actually. It was like, your daughter's so cute. I'm like, thanks. But you shouldn't be touching her. She's not an animal at the zoo. You shouldn't be touching her stroller. You shouldn't be touching her. I don't like you talking to her, much less. But why are you touching her in her face? So when my daughter was just a couple of months old, I went to this place, and this baby was like, you're so pretty. And I'm like, and she started putting her hands towards me. Mind you, this time she was actually attached to me. She wasn't in her stroller. But I'm like, Miss, I don't know you. Do not touch my daughter. And she had her attitude. And I'm like, why would you have an attitude when you're touching my child that I pushed out? Really though? That's how you feel? Having your attitude when the child literally, because I had to go to an appointment. I had no choice. I had nobody to watch her. I didn't let anybody touch her until my husband touched. It's a whole long story. It's a different topic. So she was probably like, think she was 2 weeks yet, but I had to go to an appointment. It was important that nobody could watch her. God wouldn't let anybody watch her anyway. And I covered her up and took her out at summertime. And she wanted to touch my newborn baby. Never. First of all, if you don't know the person, even if you know the person, and the child is that young, you should be touching them anyway. Or you can ask the parent, can you touch them? Put Purell on their hands, wipe your hands, wash it with soap. Do something. Just don't take it dirty behind hands and put it on somebody's kid. Since my daughter about to be 2 next month, right? So I was in a train. I was in the elevator today. We went on one elevator, went to the next elevator because the train station. I had to go to one to the next one. And this lady, I don't think she's Hispanic. I don't know. And my daughter was crying because I buckled her seat because she wanted to be restrained. I'm like, but no, I don't want you coming out the stroller by accident and fall in the tracks. My life would be over. I'll have to go in that track. I might get hit by a train, but my daughter's coming out safe. You feel me? That's like, So, my daughter started crying. The lady started speaking. I don't think she's speaking English. She's saying something. I don't think I really understood. I don't think probably I even blocked out what she was saying. I saw her light palm going towards my daughter's face. I was like, I pushed her hand out the way. I was like, not my daughter's face. You guys say you could talk to her, but don't put your hands on her face. Then she proceeded, he was in the elevator, to take her hands and push the button, which you're supposed to do, right? But I'm a person, because I know I'm touching my daughter and touch myself in the face, touch my daughter in the face. And, sometimes, you never know. People get germs if it's on your hands, and you put it on your nose or your mouth. You could, your eyes, rub your eyes. Like, just say people get pink eyes, You don't want to put germs in your face or on somebody else's face, especially if you have a kid. She takes her fingertips and she presses the elevator. I'm like, whoa. People do it, I guess, sure, whatever. But when you have younger kids, I feel like you shouldn't, just because they do so much and you touch them so much that you shouldn't probably do that. I use the back of my hand, and I clean my hands very often, like with wipes or Purell, so I know for a fact I won't carry nothing on those buttons to my child. Granted, germs, walk, whatever, move around. But it's more safe if you use the back of your hands or your knuckles, something else, your elbow, to press the button instead of you putting your actual fingers on the buttons. But everybody else, when their mother touch, who did up their nose, who didn't wash their hands properly in the bathroom, who was cleaning crap. It doesn't matter what, it's a Subway. It's mad dirty in there. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, miss, because I'm trying to be safe. I'm safe. I'm trying to be a better person in life. I'm not trying to be rude and ghetto and be that black person they see. Oh my God, she's being so no. But you're coming out of nowhere to touch my kid. You don't see me put my hand on you. And she had a kid herself. You don't see me put my hand on your kid. So I feel like you should keep your hands to yourself. Just saying. Be careful of the elevator doors. It might crush you. That's one tip. Be careful of the gap. Like they say all the time when they announce it, because they know their gaps are messed up. And the third tip is keep your hands to yourself. It ain't your kid. Don't put your hands on nobody's kid unless somebody allow you to. And I feel like I pushed her out. I feel like I should be the one touching her or anything, or daycare provider who takes care of her every day can touch her, clear up her face, something like that. If she's crying, calm her down. That's the only people who should be touching her. Well, obviously her dad. That's a given, so I'm like, sake of the video, sake. But yeah, just keep yourself tuning in. I might do some parenting. I'm not going to teach her to parent because my daughter's only 2, and it's not gonna have multiple kids to tell you, I can give you tips. I don't got no tips. I'm just talking about what happens to me and things like that. So subscribe if you like. If you don't, still watch. I hope. And just have fun. Be blessed. Be good. And be safe out here on these streets. Nowadays, oh yes, another parenting tip. Keep your eyes on your children. Somebody was telling me the other day, it's like a game out here. People are kidnapping people's kids. Like, I don't know what it is. People, not even kids nowadays, people just, in general, just dying. It just seems like it's so much more. People want to touch people say the end time, but I understand. But it just seems like so much more things that happen, especially with children nowadays, getting kidnapped and this and that. It's just crazy. Just keep your eyes on your kids. Watch who are around them. Watch who's talking to them. Because especially kids are gullible. They don't realize the dangers until they're in somebody's car and crying, I want to go to mommy, and the person's going to kill you, or rape you or something like that, God forbid. But, keep your eyes on your kids and be safe out there, guys. Later.